Hello there! The topic of this video is debate and all the steps for preparing a good debate. So if you're interested, stay on. I'm going to show you 3 main points to consider to prepare or develop a good debate. And it's divided in 3 parts. Part number 1 will be preparing for a debate speech. First thing we have to know is how debates works. You will be given a debate topic. So the speakers then present arguments against the earlier affirmation or negative speech that was just read. Speaker must listen carefully and be able to counter arguments. You may be asked to stand affirmative or negative. Next, we have researched the topic. A good way to do this is brainstorm the topic and research it before you sit down to write. Write out a list of key components for both sides of the issue. If you are on a debate team, do this together. You will also want to prepare to deal with the strongest arguments your opponents might make. Ignoring the other side's best arguments can weaken your rhetorical appeal. Then we have write an outline. A basic debate outline should contain 6 parts. An attention getter, your stated stance can be affirmative or negative, restatement of resolution, your definition, your value, your criterion, and contentions. You can break each of those 6 parts into subcategories. This often is a good idea to write the contentions at last, focusing on the value and criterion to hold it up first. Then we move to part 2. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I don't know what's happening here. I'm so sorry. Okay, we move to part 2, writing the debate speech. First thing we have to know about this is the introduction. So making a good first impression with the judges is very important. This leads judges to assume the debater is persuasive. One technique to write a strong introduction is contextualize the topic, especially in relation to real-world events. Introductions can also focus on prominent examples, tensions, or a personal anecdote that can help establish a rapport with the audience and judges. Then we have outline where you stand very clear. Don't muddle your position. It needs to be extremely clear whether you are firm or negate the resolution. So, don't contradict yourself. Then we have make the points to back up your stance. The body of the speech, the key points, and their development should be by far the longest part of the debate speech. Perhaps 3.5 minutes to 30 seconds for an opening and for a conclusion, depending on the rule of the debate you are doing. We move to develop your key points. Focus on a cause of the problem, the effects of the problem, expert opinion, examples, statistics, and present solution. Try using rhetorical questions which makes your opponents consider the validity of their point. Irony, which undermines their point and makes you seem more mature and intelligent. Smile, which gives them sometimes to relate to. Understand the art of persuasion. There are 2 ways to use logic, inductive and deductive. So you should use pathos sparingly. Emotional appeals on its own can be a dangerous. Logos, the appeal to reason, should be at the core. However, logical appeal without any pathos at all can render the speech dry and dull. So basically what this is asking us is to move to our audience feelings. So this gives us to part number 3, what is concluding the debate speech. First thing is write a strong conclusion. Quotations can be a good way to end a speech. You can also end with a brief summation of the key arguments of the speech to ensure they mine fresh judgment minds. Then we have work on your delivery from beginning to the end. This will be the last part. You don't want to read the debate speech verbatim, although you want to memorize the speech, and may use notes or your outline when giving it. It needs to sound natural and not too rehearsed. The key to give a good debate speech is research. You will need to think on your feet to counter opposing arguments. And that's all. Have a good debate. Bye bye.